It's you and me.
Down. Watching here.
10 seconds until stage change.
Satchel up. What? Listen up. That's 3.
Final stage.
4 down. Go, go, go.
เฮ้ย
Satchel up. Nice try.
ออกมาจากซิง
Gotta
โอ้ยนี่
go.
แรงให้ซุดไปยิง
No surprise. Taken out. That's 3. Reloading. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Spitting sight. Heads up. Reloading. Finish. My ult's ready. Reload. Impossible kill. Pull them to the grave. That's 3. The hunt begins. Gotta go. Go, go, go. Healing you. Fire in the hole.
Starting out on the
15
attack
kills to
side,
go.
as you can see,
Ah.
Kicks the only one left from the last time CNED was active
Hello
on
there.
the server.
Well, it just won't be active anymore.
yeah.
Entry picked up by Kova.
ที่สุดที่สุด
Seems that
สุดอีกแล้ว
FUT still want to stick
ไม่ได้
around.
เล่นเลย
See if they can get something back in their
Oh.
favour. Still got to keep a note of where Yetish is playing. He's deep into
มา
old
ถึงก็
spawn and there's players heading
Oh.
his way.
Anticipating this push coming in, both Les and Durka on his radar, and they will be now.
Spike
A shot
down
to the
A.
side of the head of Mr. Fallen, but J can't quite find out where it's come from. He's found the first, but
Hey.
still, not spotted Durka. And he's not managed to pick up the kill. Gate crashes away. It's a bit of a stalemate at the minute mark.
Yeah, and Vitality being proactive, looking to try and clear out short and just
Really, man.
missing out on the players leaving lobby. But you can see Derka still wanting to go down C long. There's utility even being wasted trying to find Derka and clearing that question mark.
It's one of the reasons why we hold this roster in such high regard. The weight of a name like Durka has you flashing in your own spawn. But FUT now starting to rearrange, regroup, a contact piece towards the A site as Vitality do still have a player advantage
30
should they
seconds
find
left.
themselves in a retake situation, and that's looking
พยายาม
ever
มี
more
อีกรอบ
likely.
Yeah, well, Vitality vacating
Good
this side
idea.
of the map, they will need to be careful coming back into it. FUT will probably try and look
Fuck
for
me.
getting the numbers back in their favour, and with them having
FUT
so
2-1
much space to move into, they'll probably try to take that extra ground and see what they
10
can find.
seconds left.
Majority of the forces
Spike
though for
planted.
Vitality are coming from
แปด
spawn,
นี้
and that plant, well, it's not for
ติด
CT,
นิดๆพอ
so where are FUT
Wow.
going to go here?
There's the captain and the partnership between the
นี่
duelists.
คี
Still
แมน
one
บิน
flash
นี้ครับ
left
ได้
on
ยินหมด
Durka,
ครับ
but it's the flank
ดูฮะ
from CNED we've got to be looking at. Lines up the first
Oh!
pick. Quick twist
Oi.
and a shot from Unfate.
Enemy
Oh, he's managed to pick up a
Oi,
second as
Unfate.
well, and now it's only Yetu remaining.
ฮัลโหล
He can
โอเค
isolate
มันไม่
these
ติดเลย
fights
พี่
as the
ดี
captain
ไว้
is
เปลี่ยน
creeping his way
อัปเดต
forward.
วินโดว์แล้วมันชอบ
Three
เปลี่ย
in
นดี
the
ไว้
end
เอ
from
ง
the Sentinel,
กวนตีน
but it's
มาก
kicks to close.
Very nice
Oi.
round overall from both sets of players, but more so
Oi.
Vitality, right? The fact that they were able to constantly create a question mark. I mean, Derka pushing the back lines with less.
นี่ไง
And yeah, I like
Well,
the
I-
ideas from FUT to try and try and even things out and get
Last
things
player
more
standing.
into their favour. Overall,
Nice.
decent
Good job.
pistol. It's a good start for the
อันเฟ
Vitality
กบอกว่า
defense.
ไม่ตล
A
กครับวันนี้
confidence builder for both Unfake
ขออ
and
นุญาตเข้าโหมด
Kovac.
เอเจนต์47
The latter, of course, opening the scoring on the pistol round. Big pickup for him. And as we say, look, people throw around the term Swiss
วันนี้ถ้า
Army
เอ
knife
อั
very
นเฟกยิง
loosely.
40 ตัว
But
นี่ถือว่ามันหล
finally,
อก
we
เกิ
have
น
a Swiss player we can actually
แสดงว่าวัน
apply
แรก
it
มัน
to.
ตื่นสนาม
And
เลย
it quite literally does. 20 out of the 27 available agents played. Few of them shown for the first time the
อุ้ย
other
เกือบ
day
ได้2ตัว
with CNED
เฮ้ยโลยหนึ่ง
Part
เลย
of
นะ
the force of the
โดนสอง
Outlaws
เมื่อกี้
already finding one. There is a lot of
ดีแอนเฟ
pressure
มันซื้อ
on
เกาะ
those
มา
two
ไม่
new
เป็น
players
เรื่อง
now.
ก็คือซีเน็ตป่ะ
Unfake taking himself down to 10 HP with that second peak.
ไม่แต่มันเป็นสโมกไง
How they're still wanting to hold on to that ace piece, but it's Mr. Fallen we have to look
Ui.
at. And getting caught out in mid is not going to be good at all. That allows Vitality a little bit more comfortability.
เยตูเจเอาไป3เลยต้นเกม
Did struggle to build off of any momentum they'd had from pistol rounds before, and we'll get to that in just a bit. So you can see the reason why FUT want to crack down on this early with a
จริงเมื่อ
purchase.
กี้เพื่อน
but
หน้าออกไปเทรด
It's only
ที่
going to
ซี
make
เน็ตสัก
things
คน
more
นะแบบไป
difficult.
ยิง
We know how
แป๊ะๆก็ได้
Haven
โด
plays
น
as
สั
a
กนัด
map,
ก็ตายแล้ว
especially on the attack side. This is where you should be favoured. Vitality opting to defend first, and so far so good. Cypher set up towards C, should be bypassed. Plant a possibility here, but very quickly you're already seeing that reaction come through middle.
Yeah, I'm really liking this from Vitality, and well, the Cypher setup will be cleared out, and Vitality in the same margin
Power
when
yang
we
nah,
cleared a
that's
lot of
what
this map.
นี่อ่ะ
Heels
Nia,
trying
ui.
to get onto the
Ui,
engagement,
nát
it's
điêu.
not pretty though.
Starting
Ni
off
áp,
the
cái
corner.
sút.
Zeus
À,
gets
là
another,
phần
now
hông
it's
ขึ้น
2 on
มือ
2.
Zeus now trying to find more, trying to see what he can see, and through CT, and it's go back through the other side.
โอ้โห
โอ้แต่ไปโดนอันเฟกดึง
เลย
Close from FUT does not work out.
It does not. And it's only going to make things better here for Vitality to continue building that confidence. Lots of individual engagements still happening. That was one of the things that I took away from the GX game.
Nice.
And the macro was lacking maybe some of the fights going
Top sila ka,
favourably
Jeff.
for them, and already towards the top of the scoreboard it is the two
Big
under
loss
duress, and
ครับแต่บน
that's
นะค
that
รั
that
บ
I was alluding to. Every
Ah,
single
yung winning
bonus
ka pa,
loss
eh.
for Vitality, where they converted
แพ้
a
ได้ไง
pistol
วันนี้
before this
โคตร
one.
อีโค
Not really a bonus, is it?
Nah, it's more an anti-eco here. If they lost this, it would be
Devastating.
yeah, definitely. Early space held on to on A lobby while FUT moved through garage here. Looking to deal and interact with that Cypher setup, but there's only one trap here as well. It was every single bit of Cypher utility in garage previous.
But have found them in a position to get a plant in so far this game. Durka denying the C long side, so it's 3 players through garage, one of them still sticking around, the 4th Yetajay, seeing if he can catch a player in transition. They've got to dig out Durka first, and still yet to find him. 2 players hunting him
Hey,
down, one
sweet.
of them Zeus. There is a trade in there,
They lend, they
and an
lend.
outlaw drop.
Still time to work with as well for FUT if they want to go and
Go,
go
go.
elsewhere on the map, and it seems if that is going to be the case.
Zeus can traverse quite quickly as well, back on the neon.
Oh,
Vitality
FUT
have
ไม่
got
เก็บ
a
เอาหรอ
lot of work to do in this mid round here.
แบบมั่นใจ
Timing, yeah, DJ
ไอ้
breaking
เชอรี่
it
คนนั้นเลยเหรอ
still.
30 seconds
Trying to keep
left.
Vitality honest. CNED the same as he makes his presence known on the B side. Kovac cutting across and yet to miss a shot so sharp from the Swiss, and that's exactly what we needed to see from him after last week.
Still that Cypher trap up on B.
Only now being dealt with, time running out. But Yetajay
Yeah,
still
DJ.
landing shots as it stands. Low on HP, Spike not down. Too many angles to consider.
ไม่ได้แผ่นครับ
Zeus has the pain put on him by none
อุ้ย
other
อันเฟกมันเอาอ่ะ
than
เย้ย
Unfake. 3 in a row,
อันเฟกก็ตื่น
Vitality
เลย
still
วัน
not
นี้
out.
Yeah,
โดนหลอก
that's,
เข้ามาวันแรกอ่ะ
very well done, but that's to be expected, and we could see FUT trying to interact with a lot of the setup, create problems for the defence, but this is a really great start for Vitality overall. We have to speak about Haven as a map and how difficult it can be to defend, so good momentum and setting back this attack is exactly what Vitality wanted to start this map out.
Exactly, get those rounds in early. We know FUT's defensive record speaks volumes itself, and it's whether they found the majority of their pickups against mates. For Vitality again, it's just about starting to rebuild that map pool towards what they're hoping will be a champ's appearance. Hell, any kind of deep run feels so far away right now, but it's one step at a time. And into the first rifle round, you can see FUT starting to put that priority on garage control yet again.
Taking a little bit of conditioning, that cam's still in there though, so when the players leave, that cam will easily re-clear that question mark space. So
ไม่มีความหมายวะ
realizing that, starting to back away now and
ยัง
head
ไม่เปิด
towards
กล้อง
A.
เลยเนี่ย
And
เหมือนไม่
Vitality's
มีอะไร
mid
เกิด
run
ขึ้น
will be
อ่ะ
made so
ไซ
much
เปอร์กดกล้อง
easier
ให้เดิน
by
เนี่ย
the setup.
It's a lot of ground to cover towards A right
สวย
now
ละ
if you're
วิ
FUT.
นนี้
But Vitality are happy to entertain the retake. They have 2 very powerful ultimates coming back in Kovac
Unfake
can
up trick,
maybe
though.
look to deny a
trick,
plant, take a player out of position. Unfaked, well, the same with the Hunter's Fury, but
แต่จะ
it's
เพิ่ง
all
ตัดสิน
hands on
ต้อ
deck.
งดูอัน
All
เฟก
players
เต็มๆ
now
วันนี้ก่อน
on
วัน
the
แร
A
กมันอาจ
side
จะแบบ
ready to receive foot in this
Toppa.
execution.
Not cleared towards Graffiti.
แต่
Kovac
เอสามแล้ว
lost and well,
หลอกไม่สำเร็จ
still kept
Ui.
even.
Ui.
But not before Kix gets
30
his.
seconds left.
And well, as the announcer says, with the spike down and not a lot of time left,
Yeah,
Foot
Jay,
need to
ว่ะ
get a move on.
รู้ว่า
Still
มีหลั
need
ง
to
แซงหนึ่ง
clear towards
เฮ้ย
Anel, and
นี่แหละ
he's
คนเสก
actually doing it.
คน
Now
ทุ่ม
it's
เท
off to less.
เก็บบอลมาวางไว้บ้าง
Brazilian last week, now in the 2 versus 1, wants to get out on site
10
early.
seconds left.
He's not being allowed it though, that's
He's
the
late,
problem.
guy.
So Spike will go down. One more cage to work with if he wants to try and use that to get out entirely.
นั่นไงว่าแล้ว
What is that from Les?
World class! I don't know how he pulls it off, but the Phantom will find them
เป็น
both.
ลม
And so Foot fall short of their first round and Vitality a fourth. This was brilliantly played from Kicks. Maybe it is just a Phantom diff between the two of them. And Foot will be kicking themselves after that.
It's the adaptations, like from the Cypher setup as well, that
Oh,
really
no, no,
allows
no, no, no,
for
no.
that to be such an easy round for Vitality. Like just keeping that Cypher cam there, not using it until they know Foot have left that area of the map. And then they can lean so much heavier towards 8. Still a buy here for Foot though, so it's not completely out of the woods just yet.
But the headline for this round will be the strength of Vitality's ultimates. The only one missing is on Durka, but as it stands, you can see him floating over on A with this operator. That's what you expect the Yoru to do. Constantly be pushing the limits of the extremities, allowing a heftier rotation, and already you can see that in motion for Vitality.
Finally, this time they'll be able to get
But
rid
I'm
of the
missing
Cypher
that.
cam,
Hook
but it
there,
has
though.
activated the Hunter's
Mong
Fury,
like
and
hook there.
Joe and Crack
Oh,
gets caught out. And on top of that, Derka gets another, so pain compounded right now. At least CNED is able to get one back in Foot's favour.
Yeah, feels a little bit schoolboy from Les after what we've just seen. 2-player advantage, but the spike nowhere near the C site, so the execution can't come in. This is a nice layered defense from Vitality though, and if Foot were to head back to A, it is still Durka's op that they have to get past.
That's exactly where they're
He's
heading into.
repositioned towards sewers. This is brilliant from Durka.
He's ready for this. Just holding on to
30
the
seconds
right-hand side of the smoke, but well, CNED will actually use from the shadows to get in towards A Heaven, committed to it, and they've managed to get around Derka's op entirely.
Kovac has all of the info here. Both duelists ready to fight.
They are, and well, Derka's the first
Spike
one,
down
and he's
A.
denied the spike.
Brilliant, but what
Time
am I
so
saying?
low. This is not
Get
looking
that
good
out.
whatsoever for Foot, as it's now all up to
Seconds left.
CNED. Has to get the spike down as well, and Vitality are giving him absolutely nothing. 5 in a row without an answer.
And after I strike,
That
that's
second buy falls out beneath Foot. They will be without money here, and Vitality can continue to build. You're expecting the timeout to come through. As this was such a well set up round, as I say, maybe slight overcommitment there from Les, but you can't exactly fault the rest of the play. Kovac, fairly subdued. He had a lot of energy throughout last time.
เรียกได้ว่าทำคลอดไปเป็นที่เรียบร้อย วิทย์หลอกพี่อะไรเท่าไหร่ฟุตหลอกพี่อะไรอีกวะเนี่ย
สงสัยเหมือนกันมันซุดไปทำอะไรมาออฟซีซั่นมันไปเปลี่ยนเซนส์มันหยุดยิงไปเที่ยวมันฟิวเกินไปหรือเปล่ากลับมาไม่ได้หรือเปล่า แบกไม่เล่นเคลด้วยโอกาสแพ้สูง
By his standards this year won't have been the best nationals, of which in his career into the next round, Vitality looking very strong. Foot needing to cause some problems. The timeout
มาทุกคน
won't have been
Unfake
for what their
top
plans are here.
unfortunately,
Here.
that Cypher setup still stands, and I mean this is a big point to talk about, right? The fact that Les has always been able to keep that up. Derka with a line of sight, and there's two players on the other end. He doesn't know that. With a great crash gone, he tries to reposition it.
We're very slow in this round, but finally see an injection of pace. The footfall towards the long side. Derka stunned and an ult to
เอ้ย
support.
เก็บดวลไม่โดนอีโคนี่ว่ะ
Catch a target. So while Kovac is fighting
โอ้
elsewhere, the rest of his team holding it down on the site. Unfake picking up one. And it makes for a 3-on-3. This is a great position for FUT
เจ๋ง
to
เด็
be
ด
in.
มากไอ้แต่
Can easily flood back
แต่
out
ใน
here
ขึ้นมือ
though.
เยตูเจ
Krax also has the ultimate to
Ow.
try and reinforce, fortify something, but
Oh
they
my
fall
God.
instead. Yettajay now thrust into the
จังหวะ
clutch
นี้อะไรก็ไม่ช่วย
with an op in hand on this wide angle, cage to his side. Surely there is no chance
เฮ้ย
unless he gets overlooked, but
มึงยังเล็งตรง
Kovac
นี้อยู่
cracks
อีกอะ
down on it. That will be 6.
Oh, I mean, I guess the concession is that the spike does go down for FUT, but still Vitality unmarked, not really having to struggle in these rounds, which is the most worrying part for me in this Haven so far.
The way that I see FUT, of course, very fundamental. And with Jonta coming in and Krax departing, or not Krax departing, sorry,
yeah.
Actor Captain departing, part of that original core that we saw for the last few years, the question would be how long does it take to implement his vision? And with that timeout now behind us, does it come through strategy? Because of course there's been no innovation in terms of composition really, other than the change of Krax here onto the breach as Kovac is scaling very quickly. And lobby control has been taken early by Vitality.
Yeah, this is a nice reaction straight towards the seaside, but Derka's
สุดเลย
here.
ตอน
He's
นี้ยังสุด
TP'd
เลย
in. He's looking to get an engagement.
ครับซิงครับ
Forced to withdraw from the situation. Big reveal
ลา
backside.
ก่อนสุด
Zeus with a huge target on his back. Kicks will shoot him down. Still, Vitality in a position to flood this retake, and with Durka's ult committed, they will.
Clearing through the ulties, but that is a
Oi.
big ultimate to
เมื่อกี้
delay.
มันสแปมได้
And FUT just not really in a position to keep challenging
อื
this.
มซีเน็ต
อุ้ย
No extra input backside. And with that, it falls 4-on-2. Both players still on a very open line, trying to fight through long, but with the smoke dropped in, this recon has to do the heavy lifting and stop kicks from getting half. It's not landed. He just full sticks it. Well, Yettajay will walk away with all the kills he could have asked for. The round continues
มันไม่ดีคอนในสโมก
to
อะ
evade them, and he'll die after
โอ้
time.
โห
Yeah, a guaranteed advantage in towards the next half as well.
เป็นดัสกัน
It just feels like there's nothing to... I say it's terrible, but there's nothing to get excited about for FUT here. They try to delay, they use ultimates, and that's really big components you need for future rounds.
And that's something
เนี่ย
I was
เล่นไป
getting onto
ยังไม่ได้
here as
เสียงไนท์ของ
well.
เยตูเจเลย
Are they just
ยังไม่
playing
นับ
the
หนึ่ง
tried and true and sort of getting by
ตัด
while
ได้
No
ไห
nice
the strat book builds itself behind the scenes, or can we really see a different version of this
No
team that
nice
needs to? Because right now, Kovac has his own new lease on life. It's
Yeah, well,
another
like,
first
good
blood.
ไม่
Still,
น่า
look
จะ
at
ไม่ตื่นละ
Vitality, they're starting to encircle this push from FUT. Yeah, you have
ถ้า
the
จบ
base
ปีนี้ไม่
phase,
ตื่น
but
ก็
you're
น่า
not
จะ
really
ไม่มา
getting
ละ
anywhere near the site.
น่า
and
ต้องเปลี่ยน
Kovac's
คน
looking for more.
Playing around the own smoke.
is ready.
It's just too easy. Another investment from FUT, which might
I think
just
it's
be
got
amounting to
Manuel.
nothing.
Spike down
Kovac
A.
is a man remade on Haven today. With CNED flashed in the corner, it doesn't matter. You can't flash those champs winning credentials here.
13-0 ใน
Kovac
แมปตัวเอง
snatches
ที่ว่า
yet
ไง
another as it ends an in-zone flawless.
ก็เท่ดีนะ ไม่เคยมีคนทำ
So interesting as well as looks like. Yeah, it's going to be another timeout for FUT. The second one used up. Yonta not happy with how things are going. And yeah, I think like as well, just the wider conversation about FUT and kind of what this group looks like as well, because as
ears that are listening to the inverse, but there you go.
We need to see FUT getting. It's going to be a very quick first map.
ฟุตตีไวที่สุดเหรอตอนนี้ตีไม่เห็นไวเลย
Fastest attacking team on Haven. As we said before, they've been very direct before, and so far in this game, it's not a look that has best suited them. Very quickly getting shut down in these opening duels.
Zeus has picked up a hero rifle. That's probably because he's got the overdrive for the next round if needed. Derka dancing with the devil there and able to get out.
So responsive,
โอ้
so
แหวกโคตร
ready
คมไปเท่าไหร่
for that second fight with the shorty
อัน
though.
เฟกคมด้วย
First
ไง
time we
ประ
really
เด็นเลย
see FUT fully explore B. On the first few rounds, CNED had managed to find a way in, but other than that, perhaps a bit of negative space for them to flirt with the idea of at least.
Absolutely nothing being given away by either side.
And one difference to highlight in this round from Vitality at the very least is that Les has completely moved the Cypher setup, and with Hicks' positioning on C as well, he's very ready to disengage, and there is the ult back through.
เฮ้ยดวล
And
คนมี
as
ปื
soon
น
as it's been
ดวล
caught,
มัน
that's
จบ
the
ไป
rifle, that's the important
Yeah.
member of FUT, and that's the one that can bite back, which he does.
Oh,
In
he keep-
towards the site, execute, there's more ultimates invested, but Derka at least keep things
นี่ไงสุดมาแล้ว
but not for long. As
เฮ้ย
he sends it forward. This has been
Alright,
FUT's
so-
best chance at a round.
And of course it comes from Zeus. The ult will expire, but the gun's still
ผม
hot
เป
in
ลี่ยน
his
ออก
hands.
เท่านั้นแหละ
Both
ใครจะเปลี่ยน
players
ผม
retaking spawn side, plenty of money for Vitality. You give this a go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one cage to get
Fire
out,
up,
but
fire.
that happening right there, that kill could be the disaster. Still,
Get
though,
back down,
hold on, delay, trying to stop the players getting out, but they finally do. In towards the new angles, not clearing back sight. It
Sure.
just gets his
now.
ace and FUT their
Bad
first
for you, eh?
round.
Finally striking
แป
down
ดสี่
5.
เว้ย
And that's what it takes, an ace for FUT to get on the board.
โอ้โหมันยังในไม่ออกอ่ะ
I wanted to have coming into this
ความ
is
มั่นใจ
that
มาแล้วอันนี้
we saw a FUT that can still win matches without a stunning display from Zeus. So how do they look when he does show up? That's what has been required to
Nine.
get this one started. How much further can they take this
ไอ
first
เชียร์เพื่อน
half?
หน่อยยูทูเจผมไม่มีเลยครับ
Question
เงียบ
on
กิ๊บ
everybody's minds. CNED now with the attack side. Up.
ไหนไม่ออกเลยนะมึงได้ลาวเดียว
Deciding to go for the rifle, but this is an
Window.
aggressive take as the players send it.
Spike
I mean, they're trying to refight him, but it's
Nice, Sam.
Vitality who are coming out on top. You can't even get the spike, it's too far forward in window, and FUT
ตีเด็ด
trying to get out. I mean, Yetaji manages to rescue it from the grasp of Vitality.
And it's CNED with this fabled operator in a 4 versus 2. Showed plenty of disrespect on the attack side as we've seen him sent to Omen here.
เฮ้ยมันต้องมาทำอะไรเสี่ยงๆขนาดนี้เลย
The dart from the spy cam. Vitality able to get bodies over, no problem.
Still though, CNED trying to get out from Garage, and you know, Kovac on the other side, he's been very good in these engagements, very good when he has to brawl his way through. But
Yeah.
here's CNED who comes out on top, he's
Sunlight.
able to dip away straight away.
ตอนไหนอ่ะ
He
เดิ
has
นไป
the
แง้ม
ultimate
อ่ะ
here as
ก
well,
ระโด
so
ด
as
กลับ
soon
มา
as the hat confirms
Ủa,
that
bác.
there is nobody towards the A side of the map, that's exactly where he'll go. Not the
Alamak,
spike
bakit
carrier
meron
though.
No,
30
not the
seconds
spike
left.
carrier, but also on top of that, you've got to be
Lock
looking
ข้างบน
at
นั่
a
นเลย
cipher wire, right?
ไม่เป็นไร
The
มัน
fact
ยัง
that
ไม่
no
รู้
one's
ตำแหน่ง
interacted
ที่แน่
with
ชั
it,
ด
sure that's the
มัน
omen
เมื่อ
that's
กี้มันอัน
further
ติอ่ะ
ahead.
ไม่
But
ถึง
you're
ไอ้
thinking
เนี่ย
that
ไอ้
probably
ทำให้
right
ฝั่ง
now
ข้ามยัง
it
ไม่
is
รู้อ่ะ
placed for a
อ๋อ
retake.
อาจจะพะวง
Where the
เนี่ย
bodies
รู้
sit
แล้
on
ว
the ground right now, FUT also know that Vitality is still occupied with mid, as the
จัง
info
หวะนี้แหละรอเลยอ่ะ
confirms that both are
ขึ้น
playing
ไป
from
เสิร์ฟเลย
site.
That line thrown towards CT.
Oh.
นี่ไง
Looks like
ซีเน็ต
CNED
จัดให้
tonight. That information coming through the old drone. Now it's even.
อีวินดับเบิล
Time
เฉย
ticking away. That's the ally for FUT here, as we see right now.
Oh, when it-
Unfake in towards CT. The bow's being seen, and CNED knows there's a player close by. That
scope.
operator waiting, and there's a
my God.
no-scope. The classic.
Ui, CNED.
out, but instead it's the
เฮ้ย เอาดี
CNED. This
โคตรเก่าเลย
slowly started
มีไม่งเล่นคนเดียวเดี๋ยวได้ออฟไปเลย
FUT have Venoms, and they have rounds. It's wicked sick from
เนี่ยดูเจ
CNED.
ไม่ได้เล่นเลยดูดิ
And for those who would have questioned his role
Full
in
impact
coming
of-
to this team, just put an op in that man's hands. And is there anything he can't do?
I mean, That's what you need though if you're FUT. You need rounds like that to build the confidence, build the energy up as a team. Both sets
ตำ
of
นานค
players
รับ
have an
ตำนานที่ยัง
operator
มีลม
now.
หายใจ
Deka versus CNED.
Bye,
Now
right.
it's Deka who comes
Tำนาน
out on top first.
Big kill to find early. That's the only smoke that FUT have here as well. No cloak and dagger. Felt like quite a straightforward send towards C, and that's another player catching a lot of damage. Crack's getting away with his life, but the
ก็ยิง
same
ไม่พัก
can't be
เลยพี่เดิร์ก
said for their captain.
I mean, FUT, if they want to hit towards C, need to have garage control, right? You don't have a smoke to stop that cross. If anyone is going to play from there, instead, no, it's going to be B. And Kovac close by and ready.
ซีเน็ต
Leading the line. Kill impact in the server. One here for the task at hand, and Zeus has relieved him of his duties. Plant goes in, FUT a man down, but that hasn't seemed to be a problem in the last couple.
Forced to play on site, and well, FUT looking for more space.
Paranoia back in. BTJ's position revealed. Less clamping down. Vitality looking to
เด้อยิงเพื่อน
make sure that this will be number 9, and Unfake adds the ult for good measure. Poured
เป็น
into
ล
the
ม
pot.
ว่ะ
A recipe for success, finally. The only way to stop the rot is find a round, and that's exactly what they've done.
Hey, for Vitality, they just have to stop FUT in this next half being able to contest them. A pistol round would probably be enough to close this out, or you'd think that would be the case. Vitality look absolutely great. And on top of that, Unfake as well. Last week said he was a frag in IGL, and this week he's backing it up.
And Zeus, even here, 1 ace for every 8 maps.
กันดันอะ
Feels like a lot of real. I know we were there for the neon ult against Gentlemates, but I think he's going to need a few more
เอา
aces
งี้เลย
here
อันเฟก
to get back in the game. They just need one more round here, really, to sub half a chance.
Seems if this is going towards B, you would think that it's just a fake, and they're depositing CNED towards the back of B.
Nice rehearsed opening. He gets backside control, now playing from Gong. Forces Unfake to invest the drone, and don't know if it was expiring or what, but he fired the recon bolt pretty early, so there's still a huge question mark in the middle of the map.
โอ้โหพี่เดิร์กของ
And
จริงว่ะ
Deka is showing that the middle of the map is his. CNED still back there and not activating whatsoever. As Vitality work around that, and well, Deka in the back lines, it's starting to once again get a little bit claustrophobic for FUT.
Yeah, the map has flipped. Mr. Fallen has to be careful. It's another round where he drops in the back line and the spike goes down. Durka solving problems yet again for Vitality. As it's another 4 versus 2.
เห็นตั้งแต่ตอนเริ่มสเตจต่อแล้ว
standing.
And on top of that,
30 seconds
CNED,
left.
even though being able to play that Joker card, and it looked like in the late round that would be absolutely spectacular. He's left all alone with 20 seconds left.
It's the deep clear in which this round lives and
เป็นไงเม็ด
dies.
เดียว
Unfake jumps
Unfake.
งาน
up.
เฟก็มาด้วย
CNED falls as Vitality, in response to their critics, post double digits in the opening half on Haven.
Spike down.
P for Victory
อุ๊ยน่าจะเจอกันแมปหน้าครับแบบนี้ไม่น่าไหวแล้ว
แล้วแบบหน้าแบบวิดด้วย
ไม่ได้ไนส์เลย
This side is just going to look better for them, and that's where you start to wonder if they can chain a few more together.
Try not to die.
Do Vitality begin to panic?
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple comebacks yesterday. Let's
11อะ
not cost this once again.
Always getting the really
ตัวรอ
heavy
แน่เลย
halves.
ฟาลินวันนี้กลับบ้าน
First
ไป
time we came out here, couple 12-0s.
Yeah, we've got a 13 as well.
We did. First in the partnerships era, in fact. I saw
Why?
the new Vitality co-streamer, Commend, was saying this was going to be a 26-0 today.
Interesting.
Don't quite believe it, but
Well, he's already wrong, so I'm not
we're not too far off. It does start with the pistol, though.
As it
And
always does.
a slow start for Vitality. They've already taken some space C-long. Kicks, keeping Yetege interested. As the two new faces on Vitality begin to explore sewers.
Taking their time throughout the map, Vitality. But not really having much control at all, apart from mains. And I mean, they've completely given up here.
Playing a full retake. This smoke through mid is just going to add another spanner to the works. It's a fake plant and a TP from Durka,
I
but
like that.
it's going to take a while for him to get to A, and they already had the site at their disposal. So in many ways, it feels like
Fake.
the strat has gone better than
30
planned at this
seconds
point.
left.
Yeah, FUT now scratching their heads as to what's happening, but they're starting to get an idea now as they lean heavier towards A and Vitality. They've still got a lot of utility when that retake comes through.
To counter paranoia, a couple flashes, recon as
12
well,
โคตรไกล
but FUT can say the same. Their initial combo of utility doesn't meet much of a response, no capitalization, so they send it in at a second chance, and it's a flood of red hitting the feed. CNED needing yet another clutch. He'll bring
CNED
3 of
ทุ่มเท
the
มาก
4, but the final one evades him, and so Vitality is playing back-to-back pistol rounds through on fake.
Yeah, this is getting sweet for
มันยังโห
Vitality
ดอยู่เลย
now.
นะจีเน็ตอะ
That round was perfectly called. It was perfectly
มันรี
played
ไทาย
out.
ไป
I don't
แม่ง
know if it was rehearsed or what it was, but
กลาย
I
เป็น
mean,
แบบ
they
กลับมา
looked
ช่วย
as if
ทีม
they
กลายเป็นโหด
wanted
สุด
to
ใน
play
ทีมอ่ะเนี่ย
retake
ต้องพิจาร
towards
ณา
it,
ที่
especially
เหลือ
with
ก่
the
อน
positioning of the players outside of it.
And I kind of like the idea, perhaps as well, to stagger a bit of the utility. It was a real talking point of the Teho meta, the phases of
Yes.
signatures that you get,
ฟาลินหนัก
the
จัด
wave.
เฮ้ยหมุน
แต่ปกติฟาลินก็ดีนะไทเตีย
Some have said.
ไม่ค่อยหลับ
วันนี้
Yeah, FUT being proactive, looking to be aggressive down mid.
He's just trying to cordon off this area. Someone else that in this team has the potential to really be a star in his own right. I think shouldering the brunt of the role change. But the smokes have looked good so far. But set up to greet Vitality on this D execution with numbers. The weaponry might not be there.
Oi.
But shots from Kovac
แต่
certainly
คอ
are.
จะเทิร์นทัน
Yeah,
เฟอร์
they
3 คน
are. Vitality are making this look as easy as possible. As they will
ที่ว่า
have
ฟาลินจะได้
that
สักคิวกัน
point in pretty swift fashion
ฟาลินจะได้
after
สั
the
กคิวไหม
second half has started.
น่าจะไม่อ่ะ
Definitely helped out by the fact that they were able to
ปีนี้
pick
ก็ไม่
up
ได้
those first 8 rounds without retaliation. Puts all the more pressure on FUT towards the end here as well
เดี๋ยว
because
ฉลองด้วยเนี่ยฟาลินอ่ะ
back this time and he's one off of the kill contract.
Yeah, something to take note of as this round develops. And Durka, oh mate, that flash was absolutely
Oi.
perfect and it stopped Zeus's stun
Oh,
from
do
getting
you
anywhere
wanna-
near him.
หายแล้ว
Completely blind, and now Vitality look to encroach that A site, but less. Just making
Ming,
sure
อะไร
to
จะขนาดนั้น
play late into this round.
Durka's still going, he doesn't care. He makes FUT
โอ
sweat.
เค
And with
GG,
3 already under his belt, final player has been brought into the Shadow Realm as FUT are kicked
0-13
out of Haven, their home ground.
0-14เลยฟุตมันสงสัยมันทำอะไรวะ
หลอกพี่เลยไง ไม่มีอะไรมากเลยก็แค่หลอก
คนเรามันเปลี่ยนกันได้ขนาดนั้นเปลี่ยนกันเร็วขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอ
ใช่ เละ หรือว่าวิทย์มันกลับมาแล้ววะ
Match found.
ดูที่หน้าตาพี่ถ้ามันยังหนักน่า
ไม่
จะ
แล้ว
เปลี่ยน
ประเด็นคือมันไปโดนแสดงว่า M8 มันของจริงว่ะพี่ มันสูสีเฮเลติกเลยนะ
ใช่
มันเกือบ
โห
ต
ด
ก
โหด
มันเกือบ2-0เฮเลติกด้วยซ้ำยังดียังมีสิ่งที่เรียกว่าพี่วูดอยู่ ไม่งั้นไปแล้วไอเกมแรกอะเจอกระบวนท่าไล่ล
แย่เดี๋ยว
ำเจ
มา
อ
แป๊บนึง
เจอปลานตะวันของพี่วูดไปทีคัมแบ็กเลย คัมแบ็กของไม่ดีอ่ะ
Reloading. And they're off.
I'm out of here. Go, go, go. Gotta go. Go, go, go. Gotta go.
Flash out. Flashbang.
เยี่ยมทีมเราเหลือตัวแฟดนะครับ
Watch out.
Blasting.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Sword bolts. 10 seconds until stage change. Blinding. Flash.
โอ้โอ้
Reloading. Free out.
Gotta go.
Breach is busting out a rampage.
I'm out of here.
Grabber. Reloading.
Go, go, go.
Charge your hearts.
Gotta go.
New stage in 10.
Running low. Go, go. I'm out of here. Enemy. Taken out. Got my territory, my friends. I'm out of here.
enemy down
Bye bye.
Clearing out.
Take this. Reloading.
Ultimate
Gotta
orb
go.
spawning.
Gotta go. Enemy down. What? Smart move. That's 3.
New stage in 10.
More down. My ult's ready. There we go. Dead. Go, go, go.
เฮ้ยเอามันเล่นแล้วเหรอยัง
Go, go, go.
ก้อยแอดปาร์ต
it's you and me
I'm out of here.
เฮ้ย
Get out of my way. I'm out of here.
stopping fire
Go, go, go.
Flash.
I'm out of here.
who else
I'm scared.
Charge your ults.
Gotta go. Coming through. Ultimate is ready.
อุ้ยไปหมดแล้ว
แต่จริงๆก็คนที่เก็บบอทตอนแรก
Gotta go. Pull down. You blink yet. Go, go, go. Train hard. Not ready yet. Go away. Bye-bye.
15 kills to go.
Not ready yet. That's 3. Go, go, go.
making cover
I'm out of here. You fought well. Shocking. Gotta go. Down.
5 kills remaining. Ultimate orb spawning.
That's 3. Gotta go.
นี่มันใช้ยูทิวแยกกันนักกระดาษเนี่ยมาซ้อมยูทิวกันเหรอ
And seeing this double duelist with one generation
ประมาณ 4-500
as well, because that was one of the low points from his performance last time. When you consider the relationship between the two,
ไม่เชื่อมันในก้อย
Cinemas
ทำ
มัน
โง่
เดิม
is like to be
400 ปะ
put in the
จำไม่ได้
limelight at that age. So how does it develop as it goes on? Again, a very quick team on their attack side.
ขนาดเร็ว
It's the
โจลุ
defense
ไง
where they will choose to begin.
ขนาดเร็วสุดในของไปไอ EMEA ยัง50 วิอะได้วาง
Things starting towards that A side for Vitality, looking to try and
I have the
bust
spike.
through the
Yeah,
troops,
voilà.
but a nade is always needed to stop that push, and
เจติกบอก
EMEA
เด็ก
also
ๆเขาวางกันจนแบบเที่ยววิสุดท้าย
seen Ed being baited for by Cracks.
เดดแมนครับ
Not
เดิร์ก
exactly the two we were talking about, but Crack's always a player who is so good at putting his life on the line to set up the play, but
Hey!
Dirk has read it ahead of time.
เดี๋ยวบอกไม่เนียน
Those kind of decisions are what makes you one of the best, and with Unfake also finding Yetajay in the process, maybe he is a fragging IGL after all.
You'd hope so if you're a Vitality fan. Fallen just a glimpse. Yeah. He's using the own attack Viper Wall against Vitality's skills up there. A big duel against less, and well,
ไม่เอาสัก
unfortunately,
ตัวเลยฟาลิน
it looks to be a clean sweep by the attack so far.
Just waiting now to group up and take the C site in unison. Cracks waiting at the back. Still has a horn and a headshot onto Unfake. But can't hang around for too much longer. Forced to drop back. Zeus looking to get played in by some utility. But it's just not happening. Not right now. Vitality with every single pistol in the bag so far. And they'll look to make it 3 for 3. Up against Cracks. He falls. And that's it. Done and over with.
Yeah, an in-zone flawless. Very well played. Every single player on Vitality getting a kill. And I mean, that's from Durka. You can't kid a kidder, right?
Exactly.
He knows exactly what is waiting. I mean, a lot of this is FUT trying to take these 1v1s, trying to get things in their favour, and Vitality being so prepared.
That is something I want to entertain a little bit more as well. Unfake and his fragging capabilities. Perhaps just the pressure.
Yeah, and also on top of that, like with you saying that, they did a really interesting post-match interview after the loss last week, and it was Unfake talking about how him and Kovac actually like kind of not used to being on stage, right?
Yeah.
Using the setups, the fact that they missed a couple of comms because they hadn't used like the noise cancelling headphones as well, you know?
Yeah.
It's something as simple as that that can cause problems.
ฟาลินมันขนาดนั้นเลยวะหนักจัด
There are excuses in there as well, of
Yeah,
course, perhaps.
of course,
but
of course.
I do agree. Feeling a lot less tense this time around. And if you want to then fall back on the experience of Durka and Les, even Kicks at his first champs last year, then there's plenty to learn from, and that is something that he has been very open about. The benefits of being in this team. It's one thing to change pieces around, but an IGL in the middle of your season, with all the expectation, something completely different, of course. And Kovac quietly going under the radar and finding a few more impactful kills here. Easy ones, perhaps, as this full save from FUT is very quickly swept under the rug.
Yeah, and the Vice wall as well, going to identify FUT coming from behind. They even had Kicks going for a late lock through A. He was doing that all by himself.
And you want to see Kicks be able to step into the Starlight a little bit more as well. I think in some ways he's always reminded me of a Jonah P style player. He makes everyone around him look really good, but also has the potential to pop off. And just enabling the individuals for Vitality was always going to be a big talking point with the purchases made. And speaking of economy, it is now the first full gun round that we get a look at between the two.
Yeah, meant to be a bonus. Vitality managing that economy well and managing the rounds as well. Only one kill being found by FUT in the past two, which is insane to see.
They are mine.
Looking like it's going to be an A play, but FUT looking prepared for this util combo.
แต่จะเละว่ะฟุตวันนี้
Vitality have been respecting this E fight every single time, and well, they're going for a quick pop towards C.
Fallen has brilliant positioning here with the paranoia, can catch a few targets, but
Balin.
Kovac unblinded,
ไม่ได้เล่น
unperturbed, holds up the rest of his team. CNET work to do himself here on site. but forced to disengage. So Vitality in a position to look to try and move to post, but Zeus overlooked.
Need to be careful because
หรือว่า
Kovac
ทีม
is
ที่
so
ไป
low, but at least he has the ultimate
แค
for
มเปญ
post,
อีกที
and that's
อาจจะ
exactly
เป็น
what's
M8
being used.
Timing less here as well through waterfall. Cracks just moving the crosshair away a little sluggishly. It has been made the call to then go ahead and retake the site. There is one player away from the rest of the pack, but less now grouped up through the revolving door. A 3 versus 2 played out from main. Only kicks now, and it's his chance to show what he's made of, and he's gonna make them pay! That's Kicks back on form with a Red Bull clutch.
And you know what? It gets even worse for FUT. You consider Haven and what happened there. The early lead that Vitality were able to accrue. And it feels like it's going that way once more.
And as I set it up, Kicks has the ability to do stuff like that. He has, through his own journey in Tier 2, from finest up until now, showing that he can do it on the very best and biggest of stages.
แต่วันนี้คิกมีช็อตติดคีย์โคตรเยอะหรือมันเป็นหนึ่งเดียวกับมาไวเลตเหรอ
Oh, such a frustrating one for Cena, looking to release the flash, and Yetijay not too far behind. Zeus does remove the one player detached from the rest, but already Vitality scaling into A at a rate of knots.
There's absolutely no resistance whatsoever. It's like a hot knife through
ที่
butter.
ว่านอนไว
Well, FUT are being spread all over the canvas at the minute. In terms of like the blood, it's like
No, I got it.
เฟิร์สคิว
I got
อะ
it.
ปาลิน ขอบ
You
คุณ
sure
พี่เล
you
นด้วย
didn't
นะ
miss your pre-match meal?
what do you mean?
The food
ถ้าลบไปที่
analogies?
ศูนย์เท่าไหร่อะ
Oh yeah, don't start talking about FUT, man.
ทำทำไมอะ
Durka eating well, as are the rest of Vitality right now, though. And the question on my mind is, how many rounds are we going to see them fight consecutively? Because the first map was an absolute whitewash. 8 in a row. This now 4. And soon to be 5 or 6 should they win
ผมไม่ต้องปืนเลยไปโยนทิ้ง
round.
อะ
We have to take stock of the ultimates
มันพยายาม
very
จะเก็บ
quickly.
เก็บ
It's a
ไม่ได้เมื่อกี้
showstopper on either side. No other big pieces
เห็นว่าปืน
looking
มัน
like
ลอย
they're
ออก
coming
ข้างนอก
up just yet.
โอ้
It's about value though, right? It doesn't matter what's up. The big key word is
ศูน
value.
ย์16นี่หว่า
Who can
ปา
come
ลิ
out
น
the other side? Vitality every single time. Haven't really moved that
0-3
far
ของ
past
เก่า
the
บวก
Viper wall,
ของ
and
เก่า
it'll be
ที่
the
3
exact same thing
ปั๊บ
again.
ดิ
The same opening as they
ตามแมป
looked as if they were heading towards C.
FUT are paying a pretty high price, a big upfront to take
Dude,
rumble
what am I
control,
saying?
starting 4 players towards A. You'd think it was sort of an anti-rush setup, but C has really been the preference for Vitality in general. Durka roaming solo through the
ของ
middle.
เข้า0-14เหรอก็เป็น0-17อ่ะ
Finally, we see that defense stretched into a
ใครจะมาติดอัน
2-1-2
นี้นะ
setup.
นอกจากเลสโดด
Vitality cutting all noise and making FUT worry. Creating a little bit of ambiguity, creating
ไอ้อยู่
anxiety.
ก็อยู่คู่เฟนติก
That's not what the position you want to be in. FUT don't
Yeah,
have
change.
any real tools at the minute to go in mid-round. I mean, you've got a haunt on cracks, but where do you even use it?
Well,
He's used it on E main.
He's forced to, because let's put the Viper util up, and now it's the C hit, and that showstopper does get a return.
Yeah,
Right
that
up.
is the value that we were speaking about. Although
30
Kovac
seconds left.
caught out by
Fine,
Mr.
Malak,
Fallen, and
something
it's an easy pivot now towards B, but there's plenty of players waiting. As Zeus gets the showstopper out and gets value as well.
สุดเอาหมด
Also, Discipline drops back, lets
It's a
them
double.
peek into him. And with 3 more kills, Les needs the same amount to win the round. It's not possible. And
Don't
FUT
ตื่น
break
สู้แล้ว
that
สุดอะ
streak nice and
ทุก
early.
คนแม่งหลับ
Yeah, I mean, earlier than what they did on Haven. Vitality maybe kicking themselves for that round. They got the entry, they got what they needed, but doubted themselves. I think C probably was the right play, but as you move in towards Zeus and more players, a stack, it makes it
ตี
that
มัน
much
มาแล้ว
easier.
เนี่ยเขาโปรจับแล้ว
สุดบอกหนึ่งนี่คือมาแล้วหนึ่ง
Heading
ราว
into the next, Durka now bringing out the operator for the first time on the attack side, and in terms of where he peaks it, it's C.
Wonder when we're going to get a break from the conditioning, right? Every single time, that's how they open towards A Vitality.
ข้างใน
They've
เลยวะ
never
เดิน
really
ข
scaled
นาด
up
นั้นเลย
off the back of it.
You can see
Oh,
Dirk
yeah,
getting
we've
very
seen
active
it.
in the comms here. I think he hears the click of the cam, and that's how he knows.
Yeah.
There was a contact
Yeah.
piece. It's Cned that follows it up eventually, and does disengage with the gate crash. But the left-hand side is vacant. Vitality still
Yeah,
very
nice.
tempered in their approach.
Need to be careful still. FUT want to hold on to this A
ปิด
space.
โหดด้วยครับวันนี้ปิด
One thing which
คน
cost
ใหม่
them last
ปลอม
week
มา
was
เฉยเลย
walking into these stacked sites. Cloud calling a brilliant game against Unfake, and now up against Mr. Fallen. It's his paranoia which gives them the notice.
He's tried to take a lot of time and through, but Cned is holding on. And he's done a lot of damage here, looking for an angle for the next engagement, but now Vitality slowly start to combine their forces and hit this site.
Brilliant positioning from Cned,
Oh.
but the shots just aren't there. Dodged
the
the
kick come
reveal.
out.
Kick certainly didn't.
รอรีเทค
The
แล้ว
spike can now go in. It's an open plant from Unfake. Mr.
Oh,
Fallen's
oh,
going to
oh.
spam it. It stops
Yeah,
the
fake.
ball from being able to fully commit, and with time dwindling 10 seconds or less, it has to be kicks. He had the ult,
โอ้
but
ไม่กล้า
not the
เก็บแล้วไปเลยนะเมื่อ
objective.
กี้
And FUT
ไอ้
make
สไน
it
สไน
2
อยู่
for
เมน
2.
ทันเปล่า
Doubling up the round count, keeping things going, making sure that this
ได้ไหนยัง
defense starts to get something to work with, right? Because that's something that they really struggled with on Haven. And that C-site slowly starting to not work for Vitality, because that's where the majority of these rounds have finished.
มาแล้ว
มาแล้ว
ได้ได้เมื่อกี้
The one round
Wow.
previous from the last. They tried to hit C, got denied.
ก่อนจะได้ยิ
That
ง
last
ได้
round there, they hit and they lost out. Cned, he will not. And that's the entry on towards Derka. This is
nice
an equal round, and the only time I've really seen Vitality on pistols is the first round of every half.
Yeah, that is true.
เกมแรกไม่ได้ดูได้เลยเกม
Losing
ยับ
2 in a row means that while the loss bonus increases, you lost the rounds. Oh, that's not what they would have been looking for. That's one hell of a
ยิงเป็น
shot
หัวเลยตัว
from
ก็ตายเลย
Kovac.
เอาหัวเลยเหรอ
4 on 4, no weapons recovered. They can try and brute force C, twice the number here.
Good try, but
Come
there's
on,
still a
you step
Cypher
unit.
wire in just in front of the choke, so it's going to be difficult. But you know Vitality will want to hit this just because the arc rows. Side against it and look to go elsewhere on the map. There's pings going out on B.
Or indeed, as Vitality are now looking to group up here. Les continuing his positioning in a lobby as he tends to do. FUT haven't really put too much
30
pressure
seconds
to
left.
actually isolate that engagement, and with the execution now heading in, Mr. Fallen just can't find the first.
Paranoia, the defensive one is spot on. And well,
ไม่ได้อยู่พี่แคก
they'll make it 3 in a
ไม่งั้น
row.
เพื่อนตาย
Very
แน่นอน
well
เมื่อกี้
done, very well controlled and managed.
Exactly what was required of them, but the next round is absolutely huge in terms of the ramifications, and for that reason, exactly, it's Faded who's called a stop to the clock. Nice shot here from Kovac, but really not all too much to get excited about there if you're Vitality. And on the other side is slowly starting to creep back into
nice
weight of a nation on his back before, the first to lift the Champions Trophy with Ascend all those years ago. With 65 kills in the opening game, now heading into this one, they are looking towards him and Zeus. once more. Just a couple of ults offline, both showstoppers that we last saw. FUT are aggressive, but they've doubled down in a sense. They will be fighting less this time. He is forced
ส่ง
to
ไอ้ชุด
back
มา
off.
เป็นไพไลท์นี่ไพไลท์ซีเน็ต
He's not backing
Nee,
off
ja,
at
met
all.
die
He
al.
was wanting to get the engagement, but
Lol,
less
men, that-
well aware as the players try to bust through. Vitality will make it look as if they're going to hit A. I thought for a minute they were going to take their time, but
There.
Derka with an open hand knows exactly that there could be a player towards stairs.
And with the positioning of Kovac just
Yo,
outside the
yeah,
mainlands
love.
of B right now, and the Boombot already heading into Hobbit, you start to get an idea of what Vitality are planning here. A B finish with Mr. Fallen right in the middle.
Yeah, it's gifting things now to Vitality our FUT. And with the spike making its way through B main,
There.
you can tell exactly where this
That's
is going to
awesome.
end. FUT though, in a 2 versus 5, where do you even begin this? Is it going to be a save? I mean, looking at the money, I don't think that's a good choice. Unless they maybe want an operator in the next round.
I think you also have to be considering Vitality's own finances and seeing how much you can chip away at the rock face there. Yetijay has already found one. Unfake,
อาม่วงเลยปะล่ะ
least wealthy of
Wait,
the lot,
got cut
but
there.
you always
Oh,
expect
yeah,
that
cut
from
there.
the IGL. He's been a lot more supportive in that
ปาไปเห็น
sense
อยู่
so
ตรง
far
นั้น
on
สาม
this
ตัวก็
map.
เซฟ
No
แล้ว
assists, actually.
Yeah, interesting. Time now starting to tick away as we look at this being definitely a Vitality round, and they have been reserved in their position and not wanting to re-engage, but they'll catch out Yetijay. And well, that will be 2 rifles lost for the attack.
Not all too much. Vitality continuing to build their lead, and there's a truce. Not an ultimate required for either side, so continues to stagnate. This was a brilliant one tap from Les. Such a tight angle, but as I said before, this is an area which he continues to operate in. Defaults most rounds there, so he's acutely aware of what he has to work with, as both teams should be. Let's see if either of them have created any kind of a plan. So, seems to be very reactive, honestly, right now.
CNED would be main as players there decides against it, knows that there's a chance that players are ready to bust through and try and capture him. Again, FUT having that A space to Vitality, want to go and clear it.
Difference is this time, Les has brought company, so if FUT are to get stuck in, there could be problems, and it's the Op that wins the opening duel this time. Still on the Vitality side. With that pick in mind, Zeus is gone. The point man of many a FUT round. Now just looking towards where that regroup is coming in, but the
เฮ้ย
spike
มีวาร์ปเป็นซีเน็ต
creeping
โยกไปแบบ
closer towards the C side. Mr. Fallen has the ult, and he's the most
มันยังไม่
furthest
มา
from
เลย
it
มันรีบ
elsewhere,
โยกจัง
which means they can stack this a little heavier if
ฟา
they
ลิน
want
ยังอยู่
to,
ลึก
but
อยู่เลย
still the focus is
Well,
A.
โอ้โหเฮ้ยแต่ไม่เป็นไรยังไงมันก็โดนไอ้
And
นี่ไล่
now you've got to be looking at Yetijay with the Seagull. He's stuck in no man's land with no way out.
30 seconds left.
Oh, it seemed to be the case. No, he's going to manage to escape in towards the attack smoke and respect what Vitality are putting forward with.
โอ้ชีวิตจัด
Next
จัด
to
อุ๊ย
no
จัง
time,
หวะนี้แหละ
respect will go
โอ้
down.
ไม่ทัน
ทีมการเด่น
There's even more delay
ถ้าพี่ทันเมื่อ
through
กี้
the
นี้ตัววางตาย
Steel Garden being used.
There's only one player caught in it, Yetijay.
Wait, Gong
Vitality
did,
expecting more of FUT
Gong ni
in this
Gong di.
retake. The troops only now starting to
จริงๆ
gather
มันฆ่า
together.
ตัววาง
And
เลยก็ได้
a hefty
ถ้ามีเพื่อนเราสักแป๊บ
investment here. Can they really pull this off?
That's going to be the question. Is it
โอ้โหอร่อยเลยซีเน็ต
It's perfect, and it's now Kovac lifting. A
Bao CNET bánh chập chật.
complete clear out by
อี
FUT.
เน็ตว่ะ
And a serious statement to make a play as audacious as that. At a
CNET ก็ยังเป็น
two-player
CNET
deficit, the Nightfall comes in. The sound is cut from every single player on the Vitality side. The paranoia just to make sure they're blinded up as well. And the return is huge from CNED.
Nice!
โอ้ยมีเสียง
Getting loud. The energy up. FUT keeping themselves toe-to-toe with Vitality. And well, that buy is starting to look a little bit suspect once again for the attack. Couple of players in the mix. Les does have his Viper's Pit if they want to use it.
And it's the first time we actually see Vitality move
วิกตอร์
towards
ยัง
the
ไง
A side
อ
of
ยู่
the
เลย
map and
น้อย
show intention to scale here. The spy cam of Yeta J from stairs is searching
วิกล้องกับเยสเจแต่ละอันนี่คื
for
อแบ
a
บ
footprint or two.
กล้องมึงแสบ
But as the toxins are recharging, it should be just a moment before Les replenishes them. It's actually a smoke from kicks instead and a prowler behind it.
Just making sure to pay attention to the small details. We are now beginning to scale up towards that C mound, and this is now allowing for players start to lean heavier towards A, but the site isn't the final destination, or so it would seem, as the players
ต้องมี1ศพ
kind
ครั
of
บ
prodded towards stairs
How
instead.
deep?
No, through tree they go. It will finally be the players. The site
How deep?
ankles under
Oh, but you
fire.
did it.
Strategy is the first to go. Cracks now trying to move from backside to further up close and
Oi,
making
Crack.
Whoa! 3 of the best
Crack,
from
oh, yeah.
him, and making sure FUT have an advantage.
คนไว
Pick coming in from Les, trying to fortify what is left of this site hold as it's beginning to crumble between him and Unfake. They have to go huge, and Les has made it a 2-on-2.
Numbers back, all even. Zeus trying to get a spam.
Timing.
On fake is low, and well, as you say, the time's starting to get low itself. What can CNED do to even break through this? Not a whole lot. Tries to take a different approach, a different angle. He's onto the spike, but his health is going as well as the time. And well, it will be a vitality round in the end, even after Cracks' heroics.
And a great performance on that round from Unfake as well. I feel like as soon as I highlighted his fragging potential, we saw it drop off a little bit, but 3 there and 3 from Cracks, who, you know, in this roster, a lot of people in the community had sort of almost called for his head, I think, with the changes that we'd seen. Always someone we were expecting to see on the fade, all the KO, and only just starting to live up to the potential that he'd set from 22 and 23 at the beginning of the previous stage, in the group stage. Right now, it's FUT heavy on the A side once again, and Vitality will not go for the same play twice.
I think it's looking like it's going to be easy as possible towards C. Vitality will know how much space that they have, considering that they've not had any contact whatsoever, and looking for more space, especially after seeing how quickly the players are on the flank. In fact, no, the spike's planted for main, and Vitality want to fight that.
Yeah. It's still such a mixed bag from FUT. They're not expected to take too much from this, but there are other
มัน
ramifications
2 ดูเอลอะ
that can be addressed post-round. That Vitality are finding the sites a little bit too easy, I think, at times.
That they are. And Fakes 2 through B. As Crack still fires off bullets, and he's not getting much to hit. I mean, finally gets Les's head, and you've got to be looking at the players that are trying to get on spike. They have to deal with Dirk, but Vitality confirm an advantage into the next half.
And just going back to what I was saying, I think when we looked at this map pool coming in at the start of the day, Haven, Lotus, 3-site maps, very intensive for an in-game leader. This is, you know, the kind of confirmation that you want to see that Unfake can lead this team against an IGL, a veteran such as Mr. Fallen, who's led FUT to 4 different global events during his tenure at the helm.
Like Vitality build up that strat book, as you were saying with FUT, with a new IGL, as he starts to learn how Faded wants him to call.
Final round of the half now coming up. More ults for FUT available and a change in setup. It's almost come at the worst possible moment. There aren't 4 players ready on A this time. Not for FUT at least. Vitality in position with the spike drop back. Potentially posturing for yet another split execution, but this time B main will be a little more difficult to attain.
Vitality making sure that they scale slowly, right? Play that. They have given away an audible in terms of destroying that Prowler. And they're just going to leave unfake here as the rest of the pack look elsewhere.
I mean, he has the Nightfall and almost a full utility belt, so in terms of what he can do to create a distraction, maybe pull a player over if Yetterjay gets caught in transition. The push is coming in from B main, that's the TP they will have heard. CNET making his escape. As I said, that one-player Hobbit Yetterjay now put under a lot of stress in this situation to try and do his best effort on B. Quietly under the radar for now, but Durka will remove him.
Right, well, and the rest of the FUT are finally here, but not before Vitality have set up a perfect post plan.
Showstopper coming in, Durka trying to bash on the door and find a way out, but Zeus will dig him a grave instead. 4v4 situation, and it's a deep post plant. The flash will hit from the wall of the Vice, and Kovac laid up to get traded out. Numbers in their favor. Krax has to go on the offensive again to lead FUT to a 5th round, but it might just be their undoing instead. It's Kicks that closes 8-4. Vitality in front. Not by as much a margin this time, but still fairly dominant.
เรียกได้ว่า GG
ไม่น่ารอดหรอก8-4บังคับได้6
ปวดท้องเฉย พี่ซีเน็ตไม่เอาให้เลยซีเน็ตบอกให้กูเอาให้เยอะแล้วแต่กลับมาเล่นนี่ทีมเอาอะไรบ้างเนี่ยห้องน้ำแบบทนไม่ไหวหรอโอ้โห
Well, it looks like Vitality
ขอ20 วิมึงก็เข้าเกมเร็วๆดิ
to try and surmount.
And for FUT, a win today would have put them on the same champs points as Vitality on the run-in for champs, which means that when you look at the rest of the group as well, BBL, of course, losing their match earlier on, and a couple of teams already 2-0. This could shake things up. It's now the attack side. CNED, the front man, the face of the A push. Kovac and Kicks with a crossfire on the other side.
Oh, unfortunately, Jericho just tries to go and take an engagement. Still even though, through unfake, and Kovac from backside spams through the smoke and gets 3! Spike left all
แข่งขึ้นมาเหลือ1
no man's land. Well, I say no man's land, it's Vitality's land. And Yetterjay needs to try and collect it as well as fight 3 clean fights.
Asking a lot of him in this position. Just digging out that first fight is everything, and the timing just about gets past the horn. This could be crack in the door which he needs to wedge open.
Tries to go up. Spotted. Yeah, exactly. And all three players are here as Kovac tries to take a time round the side and gives Yetiji a 1 versus 1. 4 bullets in the chamber. Well, not a whole lot of health left. Vitality get the 4th pistol. That's 4 out of 4 for them. Well, it looks like they'll be able to grab double digits as well.
Yeah, it was a really nice refight back through. Great utility usage from Vitality. A little bit of luck shooting in the dark. But Kovac has impressed me so much today, finding kills in almost every round. 15 and 10 at this point in time. And also back on a Sentinel as well, which was the role that he was playing coming into this team. But when you've got someone like Les on the other side, you're never going to be taking the Cypher off his hands. You have to find something else, some point of comfort. The ISO looks confident.
Watching here.
And the Vice, you can't really fault it at this point in time. Of course, the defense is the stress test, but on pure eye test, he's put in the graft, and this second week is ultimately the most important. It's not about that first result, it's how you bounce back.
เซเว่นอะไรอร่อยค
In
รับ
a
ผม
forward
อกไก่
position,
พริกไทยดำฮะ
nothing cracks. I thought for a minute that you would be overwhelmed, but
แล้ว
instead,
ก็
no.
Oh, steady on.
ไอ้ซันไลท์อะ
Could
ร
have
ถ
just
กล้วย
seen
อะ
the gun barrel poking around the corner there, Mr. Fallen, but can't close the distance quick enough.
กินประจำเลยนี่โอ้โหโคตรอร่อย
Things get
Combo
even
สองอัน
more difficult for Foot as they try to break through what is Kovac's setup as well as the Phantom in hand. It's instead I thought it was going to be the Ghost. Instead, no, it is the Phantom actually doing the work here, and it's easy enough in the end. Okay, Mr. Fall bullet. No, I can't quite hit the head and make it work out in his favour. It will be double digits and 3 rifles getting through to the next.
Surprised we didn't see less on Prince of the Pistols. Maybe it isn't the opening round which he excels in, but that Ghost gets going, and now there are rifles for Vitality. Their economy management's been pretty damn good so far. As have the bonuses. I mean, we saw the stat earlier. They hadn't won a single one in their previous game. And
Last player standing.
just need reconfirmation
Down, C.
from someone on the production side, but I believe
อก
they
ไก่
might
สไล
have
ด์
won
น้ำจิ้ม
every
ซี
single
ฟู้ด
one so far
เฮ้ย
today.
Yeah, I think they
ฟัง
have.
ดูดีจังโอ้ไม่ชอบพี่ไม่กินโปรตีนพืชครับผม
Yeah, needs to be careful of a further push from Vitality as there's a lot of bodies towards this side of the map, but overall, Foot playing pretty reserved in their default. A zillion heavier on that A side. There's always a chance that this could quickly become a B split.
And it looks like that's what Foot is set up for. Someone's got to go back and pick up the spike. Might end up being CNED with the teleport anchor move.
I'm worrying about that though, because if Durka activates at the right time and catches that
อ๋อแพ้
transition,
แรงต้น
it's a disaster. Foot are still going.
Still moving in towards B, and with the sand control, it's too easy for Les. Shot through the side of the box, and Yetajay drops. Zeus back in, and restoring order. Restoring numbers, giving an advantage to Foot. CNED's late positioning is strong, but the spike's still not made its way to the site, and that's a problem.
Durka's starting to activate, just misses the timing on catching that spike and the transition we were speaking about. But Kicks on the other side, he's the one closest to that spike plant, and he's telling Durka to get a move on because they want to fight.
Kicks needs to be somewhat moderate in his approach here. Doesn't want to overcommit too much until Durka finds himself in position. Here he is, full belt of util, paranoia, that's the
เป็นตัวเดียว
distraction.
ใน
Durka
เป็น
laid
ตัวนี้เป็น
off,
ไอ้คือยังไง
but
ไอ
only
โซ
one. And that simply won't cut it in this situation. Kicks has already gone 1v3 on the map, but not on this round.
Yeah, the only thing I don't know about that round was the spike being left in spawn for so long, but hey, listen, Foot want to go and try and find those fights. Fair enough. Les almost making us a difficult one, just buying them out in the end. Yeah, from then on, and Foot now have 5 rounds between the two. Is that lead continue or has grown from the first half? Steel Guardian up for Kovac. That's the Vice ultimate if they want to use it in this one.
Vitality only have Kicks towards A, but he's holding on to an Odin. And could prove to be problematic. As soon as CNED rings the doorbell, he's gonna start to unload the magazine. Also drop back, in fact, and reinforce some of this space. Rotation making its way over. This B control for Vitality has massively aided them in doing so.
Well, Vitality at the same time, they're wanting to play for the retake. They're setting themselves up for that, waiting to combine their forces, but that has allowed Utility to go down for FUT to hold on.
That broken still. Huge stockpile of utility for Vitality into the retake, and Kova prowling the front lines, making it look easy as the Phantom quickly scours away 2 players. Scratched off the face of this round. FUT faltering, and with only 2 remaining, they're blind and dead at the hands of Unfake.
อันเฟกมันเอา
11 secured. Vitality back at their best.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a real professional performance right now. I don't think there's any other way to describe it. FUT are just not able to live with the firepower that Vitality has, and finally showing it in a match, an official. The plan creation is just spot on from the get-go.
And for FUT, that's a frustrating situation, but when you see that that side of the map is so quiet, you maybe want to be taking a few extra yards for your post plant, rather than sitting back in the way that they were when no utility was bled from the Vitality stocks, which continue to increase here. More players towards A this time for the defense, but everyone else on FUT elsewhere. Kovac's got a lot of work on his plate, but enough utility to stall this out.
That's exactly what he's playing for.
Look at the TP!
Still hanging about, and maybe he's hung about a little bit too long, as that's an upgrade, and will even continuing forward, and that's the problem. CNED dying to the Thorns, and it's all even in a very weird way.
But Durka losing his life there makes it a 3-on-3. Nightfall coming in, Krax has his with 1 more kill.
Yeah, Paranoia's Kix tries to stop players getting on to the fight, but when they do, they're going to win it out. Still though, the re-engage from CT, the re-clear is perfect, and Yetishi has 2 targets to try and knock down, which he cannot. It is map and series point for Vitality now.
Vitality, they have managed to turn the ship around in the space of a week, and for FUT, it feels like it's going to take a whole lot longer to get things going. The win against Mates was a great start, especially considering the fact that they found themselves down at a scoreline similar to this on the decider, but still responded. And into the timeout, I want to talk a little bit more about the coaching staff here as well. Someone that we're both aware of from Northeast, Jonta. Most recently, a lot of people will know him for his time in Pacific, but speaking more to the present, he knows what it's like to bring a group together and set them up to succeed.
Yeah, that he does, and I mean he's always vocal as well through Twitter, speaking about the team and what they want to do. And that interview earlier was absolutely spot on, being so open and honest about how he views his approach for the next this last split.
Yeah, and I'm alluding directly to the Boars roster, which he was able to playoffs in Northeast Challenges, which is absolutely huge for those who don't know, as a fully Ukrainian roster. At the age that those players are, that much support.
GG เลยเนี่ย
factor in the deep run, but
โถง่ายจัง
Vitality side with out the gate swinging with a point to prove, and looking a little out of depth. But there are ults to work with. That's the saving grace. The spacing so important if we're to see a few more rounds from them.
ไม่เล่นแม่งเลยฮะ
So we back in for Vitality to keep FUT out of this match. Look to take some space of their own. Again through C. Kick still trying to hold on through A with an Odin. And well, there's a little bit of mid-rounding through B main, and well, it's going to activate the showstopper straight away. And Derka gets his opposite number.
Knows better than to hang around for any more fights there. The red glitch pop is back, but it's the showstopper that gets things started on what could be the final round for Vitality. A procession towards the finish line with CNED. Bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Keeping things even. Big reveal. Wakes up the players coming through, but as they try to deny the space, Unfake buys it through his silent drop. Now CNED trying to get some of his own and doing so successfully, but he's all got to do it. It's got to be an ace clutch. Still has 2 TPs in which to work. One expended through towards 3. Oh, instead cut down.
ไม่เชื่อ
ซีเน็ตบอกเฮ้ยเดี๋ยวนะใช่เหรอออกกูมาแล้ว ยับอย่างนี้เหรอดูเฟนติกดีป่ะชิ่งดีป่ะ
ดูดิ
เหนื่อยแล้วดิ
ดูนี้ดิ
นะอยากดูเขาจักอ่ะ
นี่ดูนี้ลิงก์เมื่อกี้
Match found.
กำลังใจจากอินเดียWhat the fuck
Enough training. It's time.
เปิดมาแฟนติกยังไงแค่20
ตอบป่ะ
อ้าวกดวาโลมาแล้วแบบนี้นะ
แต่วาโลว่าหรือ TFT
กดวาโลไปแล้วนี่พี่เล่นไปก่อนก็ได้ผมชิ่งละ
เฮ้ย
นี่แบบปวดใจ เปลี่ยนเวลานอนอยู่กำลังเหนื่อยๆอยู่
เดี๋ยวก็พอนอนไปพวกมันก็กลับมาเหมือนเดิม
เล่นเกมกันลองเล่น
I'm out of
จริงวา
here.
โลตอนเนี้ยนะ
อ้าวร่างทำนู่นทำนี่ไปเรื่อย
Reloading. Reloading.
Let's begin.
Show me a target.
I'm out of here.
You're finished.
เขาบอกวาโลอาทิตย์หน้าเพื่อเล่นรออัพเรียว5
อะไรนะ
อาทิตย์หน้าเรียว5แล้วไง
ฮะ
Breaking them.
ที่หน้าเลยเหรอ
Barrier deployed. Gotta go.
พูดหมดใจครับผม
Got 3.
Sensor destruction.
Got 4.
Reloading. I'm out of here.
Show me a target.
Reloading.
10 seconds until stage change.
ว้าว
Target down.
Gotta go.
Breaking them.
Move.
นี่ก็พี่ก็เล่นหุ่นยนต์ไปรอบแล้วไม่ประสบความสำเร็จลองใหม่ก็ได้
เฮ้ยมันยิงไม่โดนเลยวะเอ้าผมก็ตรงนะ
ผมจะมาต้องเล่นกับท็อปเซอร์เลอร์
I got ISO.
We're good.
Not ready yet.
Here we go.
Destabilizing.
หน้ามันห่วยอ่ะ
10 seconds until stage change.
I'm out of here.
Stage 3.
Fight. Miss.
โอ้โหกระสุนหมด
Insane. Coming through. In sight.
I got myself.
Jets on a rampage.
Leave.
Enemy killed.
เดี๋ยวจะลองเล่นแข่งหน้าดูรอบนี้
Gotta go.
Destabilizing.
Get out of my way.
New stage in 10.
Target down. Reloading.
Stopping fire.
ตัวผมพี่เลยว่าถึงจะมาผมตันแล้วนะ
Got 3.
ควายห้ามแปดพี่ว่าถึงว่ะ
Got
ต่อว่าไง
4. No distractions. Not me. Focusing.
One less. Grounded. Reloading. My ult's
โหดไป
ready.
Parasite.
Scratch one.
Neutralize. It's you and me. Got 4.
Kills remaining.
Stand aside.
พูดแบบนี้
Breaking them. Show me a chance. I got myself.
Kills left.
Who's next?
B กับ BG อ่ะ
Reloading.
เฮ้ยไปแล้วดีกว่าแชทโอ้ไม่ไหวแล้ววะเล่นเกม2 เกมก็ไปแล้วลาก่อยวันนี้ฝากไปอยู่กับพี่เอ๋ยด้วยไม่ไหววะเหนื่อยล้าขอบคุณครับผมเจอกันครับ จริงดิไปจริงไม่ไหวเหนื่อยไปอยู่กับพี่เอ๋ยกัน